Tuesday to everybody. Primarily worked our third down package today, which I think is critical in any time that you have two teams that score as many points as these two offenses do. You're looking at the number one and number two offensive efficiency for third downs in Washington State and USC. So I think one of the big keys for us and that we've preached is kind of the continuance of what we've done on defense, and that's getting to the quarterback, whether it's 4, 5, 6-man rush. That pressure over the last 2 weeks obviously has created 10 turnovers, 8 sacks, and 8 batted balls. And those batted balls led to 2 picks last week. So big emphasis for us today in practice. As far as injuries go, really status quo from what I said yesterday. There was no really anything new or any additions to the injury report, as well as Rojo felt a little bit better, got a little bit more work today, and said was able to get a little bit today where he wasn't yesterday. So with that, I'll take any questions that you have.
What was Velus Jones' injury?
Velus is he has a lower leg injury.
If Deontay cannot go, what does that mean for everyone else?
Yeah, you know, we've worked. I think Deontay's going to be able to go at him. You know, we're being pretty precautious with him. You know, I think he'll be able to do some things tomorrow. But you know, right now we're working Trayvon Sidney. We've worked Josh Mortababy in there some too. So those are two of the gentlemen that are working there. And Jalen Green, if we get in an emergency situation, has worked that position also.
You guys used a lot of big time last week. How comfortable were those guys? How effective do you feel like they were doing it for the first time?
I thought it was a great addition to Clancy's package. He's done it in the NFL a bunch before, and now with our numbers being up and getting into some 4 wide teams, I thought it was a great addition. We were able to sneak a couple new coverages in there that I thought threw off the quarterback with an offense that had been rolling pretty good. And the key to that thing is when you're playing coverage, the 4-man rush has got to get there, and it did. And now our challenge is to do it again against an even more experienced and really probably a line that's got 3 or 4 NFL players on it. So it's going to be a good challenge again this week for the line.
Did Luke get the ball out? Did Luke get the ball out quicker than most guys that you face?
I tell you what, Luke does a good job of feeling the pocket. You know, if he's a quick decision maker, and if it's there, he pulls the trigger. But he also is kind of like Sam in the ability to create and keep his eyes downfield. I actually made a cut up today and showed that of him being able to escape out of the pocket and how he is a kid that likes to look downfield and try to find the open guy rather than run it. And so he does a really good job of it. He's dangerous outside the pocket.
When did you see Christian Reckner becoming this type of player? In the spring or in the fall? I mean, when did you first see this?
He had really a good training camp, and then we always talk about making the most of your opportunity, and all of a sudden, you know, we're in that Texas game and Rasheem goes out and he gets his opportunity. You see how hard he works out here. It reminds me of Yakili last week, and that's kind of what you want your culture to be, is guys that are preparing as starters. You want to have the mentality, hey, I'm preparing as a starter because I never know when my time's going to come. And credit to Christian, he made the most of his opportunity at Texas and continued that at the Cowboys.
Keeping someone like Deontay out of practice, how aware are you guys of you're on a bye or there's kind of built to the best?
Yeah, you know, I have my first meeting every morning is with Russ and the medical staff, and then the second meeting is with our staff, with that medical staff. So we get an individual plan on each guy. It's something that, you know, we decided this year that we would do, would it be have an absolute daily plan, and it means a little bit of extra meeting. But in this arena we're in right now, going 12 games straight. You know, you have to have a great feel for where each individual is, and I credit Russ Romano and Dr. Meyer. They give me the proper information, and they've made good decisions. So whatever they say, we do.
Got any thoughts about Daniel? Is he at a place where you maybe, you know, get him to a consultant or something like that, or where exactly is he? No, coming back?
They have a specific plan for him, and they really do. We actually have a calendar mapped out, and you know, things change. You never know. Everybody's body is different, but sat down with our staff and sat down with Daniel, and there is a plan to hopefully within a couple weeks that he can get back. but it's all based on how he feels. We're never going to rush a kid back, but he is progressing, which is good. He's moved from some underwater treadmill to now what we call the Alter G, which is I think he's at 80 or 90% of body weight, getting up to full speed. So he's getting closer. He's progressing. I'm gonna let you go.
Thank you. You guys are 4-0 right now. What do you think's working so well for this team as a whole?
I think we're playing well as a team. There are times where one side lacks and the other side picks the team up, and we've found ways to be really good when it counts. I think about our fourth quarter performances over the first 4 games and just how we finished. They've always been a group of kids that when their back is up against the wall, they perform. We've been in some tight games over the first 4 games. Hopefully that helps to our advantage as we get even further into Pac-12 play, because there'll be some tight games and you got to find ways to win.
Coach, do you have any comments about Coach Bland today or any of the findings in college basketball?
No, I'll be honest with you. As y'all know me for a while, I don't really comment on things I don't know the information on or really know. So I'd probably refer you to what Mr. Swan's comments were today.
I know there are a lot of different ways to teach takeaways. What is the main thing you guys emphasize? Is it something that coaches and teams are doing more each year?
Yeah, one of the things is I think you make a point of emphasis and you show the success. My favorite thing to do our first day back after a game is I show all the turnovers, all the sacks, and all the batted balls, and then you watch just even the batted ball drill that we do today. I think if you practice the technique and fundamentals, you show it to them in practice, you show them doing it in a game, then they get it and they understand, okay, hey, this is why we're doing this, and look how effective it has been.
How about Chandler today, when you bat the ball and you bat it to yourself? I mean,
that's pretty impressive. What amazes me is when they do that batted ball drill, they're actually getting great hands. They're actually catching the ball some down too, which is great.
In a game like this, how much does ball control with 2 explosive offenses? You just go with your regular offense, or do you have some sort of in the back of your mind, we have the ball, they don't?
Yeah, in my mind, and this is why today was so important, it needs to be a really good third down efficiency day for us offensively. This is a bunch that puts up a lot of plays and a lot of points, 44 points a game. And we talked about it in our team meeting today that it's 1 versus 2 in this category. And it's probably the key to the game, in my mind, is keeping it away from their offense.
One last one.
A moment ago you mentioned that when your back's up against the wall, the team has been able to rally. Are there any individual players that you can credit that to, or is it a different guy every week?
I think, the guy that just shines the brightest sometimes when he's back against the wall is Sam. I think about a quarterback being in some very situational mastery positions and being able to perform. I think of last week, and I think of our defense. In the fourth quarter, when it's a 16-13 ball game, all of a sudden they're getting turnover after turnover after turnover, and that's what good team play is. It's just not one person or one unit. It just seems like when one of us is a little bit low, the other one just picks us up. And that's what you want from a team. Hopefully we can get all up here. That would be nice. But we're getting closer to that. We're getting closer. Okay. All righty, guys. Thank you.